Conservative Congressman Brian Babin. Sir, welcome. Before we get to your leadership's plan there, you as a fellow Texan and a staunch supporter of the Constitution must be alarmed, as I am, by woke credit card companies like Visa, MasterCard, and American Express flagging gun sales so the government, in its benevolence, can track those purchases. This is essentially a backdoor national gun registry. First, should Americans be doing business with these companies, Congressman, with such a lack of devotion to our Constitution? Secondly, it's none of government's business what firearms I have in my safe. What has your leadership, what is their plan to stop this?
Well, you know, let me back up just a little bit, because I know you're highly critical of the commitment to America. And I was on the task, I was part of that task force on the border security part. We're very specific about what we're wanting to do. It's impossible to put all of the details, you know, in a palm card and send that out. But reinstatement of MPP, remain in Mexico, building the wall, stopping catch and release. We're very specific about what we're trying to do. The cessation, the termination of weaponization of our USCIS and other parts of our Department of Homeland Security for border security. These are things that we absolutely have got to do. So, to be specific,
Congressman, if I could just gently push back on that a little bit, because I was reading from the bullet points that the Republican Party put out, and it was lawyered to death and languaged to death. They didn't say stop illegal immigration. They said curb illegal immigration. You know what? How about this? Instead of saying we want to stand against all the Democrats' open border policies, how about this? How about something bold like, hey, you know what? All those 6 million people that gained illegal access to the United States, the Republican Party is committed to finding them and making sure they await their court hearings in Mexico instead of in the United States. What about making that type of commitment?
That is a commitment that I would absolutely have. But let me remind you, if we can win, and I think we're going to win the House, and I'm hoping and praying that we're going to win the Senate as well, but even if we win back both houses, will we have a veto-proof majority? Will we have 60 Republican votes in the U.S. Senate? That is going to be a real tall order to have. And we still got feckless Joe Biden sitting in the White House with somebody, a master pulling his strings, and he's issuing executive orders. I don't ever like to have an overpromise of what we can do. I can tell you we're going to fight like hell when we get this majority back and do everything we can to obstruct all of the woke, far-left radical policies that we've been seeing over and over again that are killing our economy and causing, you know, a massive crime wave. We've got open borders, et cetera, over and over again. And so I think just trying to be truthful, if we come out and make, you know, promises that we're going to do these types of things, make sure it happens while we got Joe Biden sitting in the White House, that makes us not exactly being truthful. And I want to be truthful with the American people. Nobody's any more conservative. Nobody's any more patriotic. Nobody's any more knows the value of a free, open society, a free America to not only to our own people, the American people, but to the entire world. And we've got to wait 2 years for Biden to be removed from office by a Republican. And so this is what we're dealing
Congressman, with. Look, we're going to have to probably pivot back around to that whole gun question, because I got one more. I know you've been laser focused on the border, and it's a massive problem. It's Joe Biden's oldest set of crises. According to a new report out there, Venezuela is intentionally emptying their prisons, and they're sending all of their criminals to the southern border, some convicted of murder, rape, and extortion. Joe Biden's Democrat border is on pace to let in 6 million illegal aliens in 2 years. Biden's border crises are a threat to, as you know, health and our national security. And yet Democrats claim the borders are secure. The GOP says they want to curb illegal immigration, not stop it. So I'm confident that you wouldn't vote for the Open Borders Party, but would you vote for the Curb Illegal Immigration Party, or would you vote for a party that, say, for example, as I said, pledging that all 6 million illegal aliens who have been released into America would be found and kept in Mexico until their asylum claims could be adjudicated.
Absolutely, yes. I am one who believes that we need to follow the letter of the law, and the Biden administration is in violation of the Constitution and the immigration laws, blatantly and openly violation. And so we have to, they're supposed to be detaining anyone that comes into this country asking for asylum. They don't do that. They parole them. That's illegal. We have to make sure that these people are detained or, as you said, go back to remain in Mexico so they can wait their hearings over there instead of inside here, never to be seen again. And this is what's been happening. And let me just one other thing too, Chris, because I didn't get a chance to say it. I am absolutely opposed to Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or anyone else tracking Americans' gun purchases, ammunition purchases. And we just found out today, it was on the front page of a local newspaper here in D.C., that the U.S. Postal Service has got this organization called the Internet Covert Operations Program, where the USPS, the U.S. Postal Service, is digitally spying on people who question the 2020 election or who are pro-Second Amendment citizens. The First Amendment of the Bill of Rights gives us the right to protest, and it is outrageous to hear coming from our Postal Service who cannot reliably deliver a letter on time, to have the funds and the personnel to be spying on American citizens about something like this. This stuff is so over the top, and it's got to stop. And I can tell you, when we win back the House, there will be an accountability. Every single one of our committees is going to be subpoenaing people who are in the know and finding out the truth about why and who is doing these types of things, and then defund them.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for saying that last part.